Mary Kate and Ashley.
Was Gucci my was Louis my killer? Was drugs my dealer? What's that jacket, Margilla? Doctors say I'm the illest, cause I'm suffering from realness.
Yo, what's up? It's me. You know me. It's me. I'm back again, and we're talking about the Suicide Squad. Hey, the new one. I already talked about the old one right up there, but hey. Alright, so I'm back, and today was my first day of sophomore year in high school. It was fun, I enjoyed it, and now I'm here recording videos again for you, as you do right after the summer when you can really get into that grinding motion. So those were awful punches. So I'm here talking about the Suicide Squad. Came out a week ago today, and I'm recording this, well, it's a week ago when I'm posting this. I'm posting this on a Thursday. I'm going to post it on a Friday, so yeah, I'm hyped. So, talking about the good, talking about the bad, and then I'm going to talk about the way it looked on HBO Max. So, let's get into it. Now, Suicide Squad, it is out. It was on HBO Max on the same day that it was released to theaters. Unfortunately, I was unable to catch it in theaters, which I feel really bad for, especially since it bombed at the box office. So, I blame myself. So, yeah, feel pretty bad about it. But I watched it at home because, you gotta compromise. Did grab some popcorn, grab some delicious food, and the movie was a slapper. That movie was amazing. The movie was great, was incredible. That was great movie. Already recommended right off the bat. Now, I'm going to talk about what I liked about it right now. Alright, first off, James Gunn. That man is a genius. I mean, just some of the shots, just like the song choices, just when things happen, the way the scenes just the way the pacing was pretty solid for the most part. I mean, it was kind of just a bit of a point in the middle where it was just a lot of talking, but you know what? I don't care. That felt fast paced as well, and it was just yapping, and just the camera choices. There's so much color in this, and the first one is just so colorless and dead, and this one had so much color. It was so vibrant, and it was just, you didn't know what to expect from it. And going from here on out, we're gonna go into spoilers starting now. One problem of the movie: you watch the trailer, you get a feel for it, the movie starts, you instantly know what's gonna happen. This first team is gonna die. I mean, come on. The trailer just showed all these random whack characters just on a team together, and then when that's the first team that you see and you only saw them in the trailer, you're like, this is part of that old, we're gonna shock you and just kill them all off. And I guess maybe Michael Rooker and Jai Courtney dying were a bit of a shock. Michael Rooker because it's Michael Rooker, and Jai Courtney because he was in the first one. But really, come on. I mean, they're dead meat, you know it. And just, I was really hoping for someone like John Cena, a big name in the movie that's promoting, oh my god, we got John Cena in the next Suicide Squad, and he dies in the first scene. That would be shocking. This one wasn't as shocking, but it still caught me off guard. I just didn't think it really cemented that anyone could die at any moment sort of mentality that they wanted to engrave into your brain right from the start. But you know what? I don't care. That's just a little bit of a nitpick, and that's all I have to take issue with this movie. This movie is great. I said that already. I'm just going in circles. Now, what else did I like about the movie? I love the characters. I think Idris Elba, is about time he shines as a lead. He's basically the lead. I mean, it's an ensemble, technically. I guess maybe the only lead would be Margot Robbie. But I think it's time Idris gets to full-on shine in one of these, and he does. He's amazing. He's like an angrier Deadshot, but better and British, and it's just amazing. I love his little outfit, and I love just like how they humanize him with his fear of rats. I think that was very interesting to see, and I also do like how they poke fun at the fact that they're copies of other characters. There could be a copy of Deadshot. He's basically just Deadshot for the new one, and they poke fun at that with John Cena and them having the same introduction, and I thought that was amazing. Speaking of John Cena, wow, I liked him in this movie. In fact, I liked him a lot. That is something I never say, but you know what? I did. I liked John Cena quite a bit in this movie, not gonna lie. He was funny, he was intimidating, he was everything that I wanted John Cena to be in the movie, and definitely a lot more, because I don't expect much of John Cena in the movie. I expect him to sit there, maybe say something funny, and kill things. That is it. And provided with more. What other characters did I like? I liked Margot Robbie in this movie again. I'm going to stop doing this. Okay, so what did I like about Margot Robbie in this movie? I think she has some of the funniest scenes. I love the scene where her and that one dude, what's his face? I don't remember. Just have that whole kind of like romance scene, and then it all ends with her just shooting him. That was just that came out of nowhere. That shocked me. That was like, oh my god, anyone could die at any minute. That one really got me. Another one is when she was escaping from when she was all tied up, which she did on her own. She really did like pick up the key with her foot and then unhook herself. That was sick. And then how she goes around and just kills all those people with like the way like you see it from her perspective with all those like animations and flowers, those little birds. I was like, love that. That was great. Another standout was Ratcatcher 2. Who is Ratcatcher 2? Who cares about Ratcatcher 2? It's a 2. I mean, come on, guys. How much could this really matter? It matters a lot. She's basically the heart and soul of this movie, and she's like, my eyes were like, we can't take any more of this. We're gonna drown, guy. You gotta stop. And I was like, no, I can't. It's just so touching. I just can't bear myself to not get a bit misty-eyed. And if you have gotten this far and you haven't seen the movie, for one, I hate you. Second of all, I'm not gonna go in why, because it's just, you gotta see it for yourself. Polka Dot Man. Polka Dot Man was so weird. But what else did you expect from Polka Dot Man? Again, I think his death was funny. How it was just like, it was funny, but also kind of poetic, because he has this whole backstory with his mother about she wanted to make them superheroes, and he's like, oh my god, I'm a superhero. Then he gets freaking murdered by that giant starfish. I'm not on that whole mother scene. That's just weird. I mean, I'm not gonna count it as a flaw, but that was just weird. That was so weird. That's really all I can say about it. I mean, just run. But another person who was really kind of who was really bumped up, two people actually, were Viola Davis as Amanda Waller and Joel Kinnaman as Rick Flag. I'll talk about Amanda Waller first. First of all, she is evil. She is so evil. I mean, my god. I mean, in the first one, she was just kind of like the typical, like, oh, big bad business government lady, I'm mean, brah. This time I'm like, sweet Jesus, you're gonna haunt my nightmares. In the first one, she literally killed her entire staff, and I'm more scared of her in this one. I mean, when those guys like knock her out in the beginning, or not in the beginning, the end, I'm like, yo, don't leave her there. Like, more, just like break her into nothing. Like, finish the job. She'll wake up and kill you. I half expected when they were like, okay, you're clear, for her to just get up at one point and just kill them all, and then like activate the bombs, and that'll be it. Like, they die, like they save the world, like, yay, we did it. Dead. That's what I was expecting, to be honest. But thankfully she stays unconscious. Second of all, Joel Kinnaman as Rick Flag. I do not like Joel Kinnaman at all. He has never been in something I liked. I just don't like him. I didn't like him in Suicide Squad. I didn't like him in RoboCop. I didn't like him in House of Cards. I know I said this last time when I reviewed Suicide Squad. Up there again, or not, if I can only put it there once, but it will be in the description. I decided. But wow, I liked him in this. That's a first. I didn't like him in one of my favorite shows, House of Cards, starring someone who I've never heard of in my lifetime. But I liked him here. I think he was entertaining. When he died, I felt a little bit bad. That was random. Speaking of feeling bad, Starfish be going like, oh, I was happy just floating in the stars before it dies. It made me feel bad for the starfish that I just watched brutally murder things, and I was like, oh, this is making me a little bit uncomfortable. And then when it says a thing, I'm like, oh no, little starfish, don't go, no. But that's amazingly well done. I've saved the best for last. Just give me 1 second to remember if I'm missing anything. I actually am. Funny scene. This movie's funny, by the way. The movie's freaking hilarious. I was like, ha ha ha, dying the whole time. So funny. But something that I thought was funny, but also got paid off at the end, was when he's like all dead and dying, and he like holds out his javelin to Harley, and he's like, take the javelin, I need you to carry it for, and then he dies, and she's like, for what, like when he died, I was like I said that myself, I was like, for what, are you gonna finish that? Just come on, hurry it up, we don't got all day, like, you're literally dead. And then she does it. I'm like, hey, I thought that too. And then when it gets paid off at the end, and she just pokes to that starfish's eye, I'm like, oh, and then the rats go in, just, oh, my eyes don't need that in their lives. Anyway, best part of the movie, Sylvester Stallone in the role he was born to play. I will take that to the grave. Better than Rocky, better than, shoot, I can't think of more Stallone movies. I feel really bad right now. Spy Kids. No, I'm kidding. But seriously though, I mean, his first line, I was dying. I had to rewind it because sweet baby Lord, it's just perfect. It's just perfect. They could have got Vin Diesel and it would have been just as perfect. I mean, my God, you really do have to see this to believe it, but you also have to see like other movies in like the Rocky series, because you will get so much more out of it. You will get so much more joy and laughter. If you've already seen part of Stallone's filmography, you will really be laughing. And if you haven't, you'll still really be laughing, because my little Lord. And he still managed to have a bit of an emotional core, because he just wants friends. He just wants friends. He wants someone to give him a hug. He just wants love. And, you know, I get it. We all want love, but you're a shark that eats people, so it's a little bit hard to love you, but we try. We love you, Mr. Sharky. We love you. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this part up and say Suicide Squad is trash. What did I give it? I gave it to, I need to give it like a D- or an F even, because that movie sucks. Like, we were watching a little bit before we started the movie, and before we started the new one, and just no, what were you guys thinking? That was such a bad idea and a bad movie. Just no. But this one's amazing. This one, I'm very happy to give the Suicide Squad an A. That's that. How did it look on HBO Max? It looked beautiful. It looked so pretty because of the 4K that comes with the HBO Max, and they shot it digitally and all that, which means it's going to look extra clean. And it looked so clean. It was just so shiny and pretty. It sounded pretty good. We don't have a sound bar, so we can't really get the whole thing with the audio. But from what I heard from Stevie speakers, it sounded so nice. You gotta love it. It was great. Just... what was that? I swear I just heard some turkeys gobbling out there. That's weird. I don't live near turkeys anymore, which is why I was a bit alarmed. I'll figure out the source of that sound later. But looked really clean, looked really shiny, which can be a problem for some people. Some people don't like it when it's that clean. That's why they don't like buying digital movies on 4K or film shot digitally on 4K. That's why they just buy the Blu-ray, myself included. Like, I will buy this for myself. Even though it will be eventually re-added to HBO Max, I'll just buy the Blu-ray eventually, but not the 4K. Excuse me. But to those who have it available, I recommend watching it in theaters because it bombed, and I need you to save the movie because we need more movies like this. If it bombs at the box office, then Warner Brothers are going to see that as a sign that no one's going to want to watch it, and then we're never going to get another movie like this, and we can't have that. We need more movies like this. Superhero comic book movies like this. Also, the movies are rated, like really like violent. Forgot to mention that in the review portion, but bloody violence. And I, as a 15-year-old male who just loves violence, I loved it. I really appreciated that aspect because violence is the savior for all. If violence isn't the answer, then you're doing it wrong. Anyway, if you're one of those Blu-ray purists that can't buy 4Ks of digital movies like The Avengers or Endgame or any of those new movies, like if you can't buy the 4K of Justice League without a dirty conscience, then do not buy this one. I advise against that deeply. Should you buy the Blu-ray though? I recommend everybody, because of the quality of the movie and the quality of the picture quality on HBO Max, that it will probably look amazing, just as good, maybe even a little bit better on Blu-ray. So buy it. Or not if you don't like the movie, because you're dumb and you don't like the movie. But if you like the movie, buy buy it on Blu-ray, buy it on 4K, do as you wish, but it has my seal of approval. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, share, subscribe, comment below what movies you want me to review next. I got one more coming up that should be very, very, very epic. You should be look out for that. I need an intro, or not an intro, an outro. I need an outro. I need an outro, I need... No. I'll end it the same way I started it.